So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I got in a car accident by an impaired driver, and he totaled my Subaru. So I had an opportunity to put a bigger down payment on a new Subaru, and I actually went with the Subaru Ascent. The reason why I got the Ascent and didn't just take the money they gave me for my car and just buy the same car or maybe a year newer is because that I don't, you kind of don't know where that car's been or been through, and I wanted to get a car that was reliable, and I think it's really important that one less thing to worry about when going through tough times or having to bug out or something like that. So the importance is getting a car that's super reliable, and we decided to get a car that's a little bigger because we were pretty much busting out of the Outback. Now, the reason I went with the 3-row is because every time we pack the car up, which is a lot, almost every other weekend, that it is so full you cannot see out the back, and we wanted a little bit more space. So when we're doing things that it won't be so full and the dog will still fit in the car. So with the 3rd row, and I figure with the 3rd row and put the 3rd row down, we'd have a lot more trunk space, which we do, and it's higher inside, so we have more volume. And the awesome thing about it is the 60/40 to 240s are on the right side instead of the 40 being on the other side, the driver's side. Now with the 40 being on the driver's side, I had to put the 60 down when I put my surfboards in because my surfboards go on the right-hand side. It's just more convenient to have it on that side. So now with it, both the 40s on that side, I have a bigger spot. So when we're traveling, the dog will have a bigger spot to sit, and we'll be able to actually use the volume in the back a little bit better, and it's going to be awesome. So put a couple clips of it. It is so far, haven't done anything. I just got it. I plan to do some things. Hopefully a lift. Haven't decided which lift to go with. Probably method rims and some new tires. So I'll probably lift it 1.5 to 2 inches, but I'm gonna see if the tires and rims and tires will fit without lifting at all. I do like a lot of new tires out there. Falcon has some good tires, and obviously Toyo has some good tires. Could get the same ones I had on my other one. Toyo's all-terrain. I forget which one it was, but Falcon has a new tire that's pretty awesome too. A little bit more aggressive, but not like the KO2s. All the Ascents are 4-cylinder turbocharged 2.4, so it's a little bit smaller than my other one, but way faster. We'll see how. I mean, it's the nicest car I ever had. It's, I went with the leather with the moonroof, black, so the light color I was afraid it was going to get too dirty with the lifestyle. Got the all-weather mats, and only thing I've done was to put the Gray Man Tactical Molly plate on back. So I'm going to get some pouches for my radios, my ham radio and my scanner, because I keep those with me in the car. You see on the back seat of the 2nd row, I put my ARB hose from my compressor that I carry with me. Now my other car, the inside of the engine compartment was too small to put the compressor inside. I might look into options about doing that now because there's a ton of room in this car. That turbo sits on top and everything sits down, so it seems to be a lot of room inside. It does have a smaller back compartment that you'll see where I put the max tracks, or they're not max tracks, they're go treads, so they fold, so they're a little bit more compact to fit in smaller spaces, so I don't have to have max tracks on top of my car all the time. So I have my go treads, tire fixers, so if you get a puncture you can put a plug in it, and then I have the compressor to fill back up. Scosche quick starter, which I had to use a bunch of times in my car and just having to jump start cars and not having to get my cables out, but I do have cables back there. There's a little side compartment that you can take on and off, and it's like a little, almost like little cup holders over there, and there I'm going to keep things I use a little bit more, like a little first aid kit, just surf stuff. So actually underneath I do have a first aid kit also. It's not big enough to carry my snatch rope and shackles, so I'm going to have to leave that outside, but it has a nice case it comes with, so it doesn't look too out of place. And all the all the tire stuff is in there also, and the tire's underneath the car actually. So the only downfall I see with it, well, besides I wish it was bigger, because we all wish it was bigger, is the center console is just like basically one big, thing, and just has a little like tray on the very top. Kind of a bummer. Wish it had a little bit more sections or something, but I don't know how, or it had a USB maybe inside, but now the USBs are up front. You have like a cigarette 12 volt that, I'll put a Scosche dual USB there, and then it has a dual USB with auxiliary outside. So you plug it in, goes to your phone, and you can either Bluetooth or plug it in there, which I see I'll probably plug in there a little bit more because of, charge at the same time. I'll probably put my Scosche phone holder down there and not so much in view because it has Apple Carplay. So basically your essentials, apps and stuff will go to your main board, and you can do your maps and phone calls and stuff like that. Like I said, it's the nicest car I ever had. I got the one with the moonroof. The lights turn when you steer, has a heated steering wheel, a heated back seats, which someone's going to be stoked because I don't sit back there because I like to drive, and it has USB ports in the back for those two people, and then in the third row it has USBs also, and it also has your 12 volt cigarette lighter in the very, very back where you would plug in your fridge or whatever you're going to do back there. But I have a water rinse kit, and you can plug it in, heat up your water, so when you get out of the water for surfing, you have hot water. So that is it, basically, quick and dirty about the new Ascent. I'm hopefully looking into wrapping it and maybe a roof rack, so it sits a little bit shorter, and that's about it. So stay tuned for things to come, and I'll do like some stuff on some builds coming up pretty soon. All right.